what we're seeing are people that are gaslighting us into saying things as Biden did in his speech this week, that yes, the United States cares about human rights. That's not at all what we saw when the people of Afghanistan were running for their lives through these planes and risking their lives and committing suicide rather than live under Taliban rule. And this is on Biden. And I'm telling you this because the one thing that makes us different from those trapped under authoritarianism is that we live in a culture of freedom where we can speak truth to power. My friend from China that I mentioned earlier, he's completely brainwashed by the Chinese regime. When I was asking him about the Uyghurs and the genocide against the Uyghurs and the massive repression against people in Hong Kong, everything I threw at him, he twisted into a U.S. conspiracy to make China look bad. He refused to accept basic facts. The Dalai Lama, in his eyes, is a terrorist. He's completely brainwashed by Chinese propaganda. And every time I made a point just reciting basic facts to him, he threw back America's shortcomings. He threw back America's pain, both past and present, which is, of course, racism and the history of slavery. And I said to him, you are absolutely right, but we speak openly about those things now. Many of us do. And many people are working extremely hard to heal those problems and make sure that they never happen again. So my point is that when you are brainwashed by an authoritarian culture, you forget that it is your right to speak truth to power, and it is your moral obligation to speak truth to power. Do not fear that, no matter what the stakes, no matter how much you might fear that by criticizing what Biden and his team have done, that you might be hurting their chances in 2022, 2024. I assure you, they've already done that to themselves. Our whole gift of democracy is that we have the right to fight for a more perfect union. That's what we were promised here in the American experiment. That is our right as Americans. So please, please never, ever give up your power. Always, always own your right and moral duty to speak truth to power, because that is the only way we get the future that we all deserve, all of us.